Alright, welcome back, and this time on the 80% guide we have a really awesome level. Although a lot of people will give Lava Will some flack because of how difficult it can be, it's actually one of my favorite levels because it's such an involved stage to be a part of. Sneaking by is the emphasis of this stage. So it's really important to memorize exactly where you're going to be stood, how enemies are going to behave, how your items are going to interact with certain projectiles. Like in this room, you really want to make sure that you're getting pushed forward as you're doing all of that rolling. And from what I've seen with other runners tackling all of these rooms, there's a bunch of different ways you can go about getting past all of these rooms, so if you don't like the way that I do it, you can sure go ahead and, mess around until you find something you're comfortable with. I'll be sure to go back and cover a couple alternate strategies, like for this next room with this red sumo duck knight, in case you don't have the vigor to go through it like that. And I'm gonna really encourage everyone to take some time and practice this last long room. You really want to make sure that that red drake never catches up to you. I've had a couple of runs unfortunately end in this room because that dude looming over you forces you to make rash decisions if you're not comfortable with how you're going to be escaping and dodging all these other enemies. First quick tip, try and make sure that you're getting a clean roll through that grate of iron bars. It really helps you avoid getting hit by that red slime samurai. Do the same thing right here, and remember to try and keep your distance so that you have enough space to actually get a roll and not end up bonking into it to get a spin. To do this long room properly, you're going to want to enter it with a bash. Do a roll as soon as the screen transition finishes, and then do another bash, and this time you're canceling it with a turncoat. By setting up your rolls like this, you should be pushed forward with the slime samurai nudging you along. As soon as you release the flames, try to keep up with them so that they catch the falling slime archer. Killing that archer makes it much easier to jump over this knuckler so that you don't have to deal with him at all either. Now for this room, the only reason why you'd want to hurry along is to save a little bit of time toward the end of the room. As you get past these axle angles, there's a small bit of the tail that's in the way, and you can use the turncoat to jump through that. If you're not comfortable doing that turncoat jump, make sure you waste a little bit of time at the beginning of the room, otherwise you're going to be waiting for that tail to get out of the way, and that red drake is going to catch up to you while you're hanging around. So for this room, the trick to get by low percent is to actually bash before you reach the top of the ladder, and then you'll actually be in a really good position to jump and catch this red sumo duck knight before he actually manages to bop you back. There's not a whole lot to say about this last room. Again, you're just trying to get through cleanly. Make sure you're doing double bounces off of the frogs and the char flanders. It does really help you out in terms of positioning. The only difference between what you're seeing right now and what you saw before is that this one was just executed a little bit better. But yeah, that'll wrap up Lava Well, and I feel like it's one of the better stages in the run because you feel really rewarded for executing it well. That means that there's only one level left between us and the last stage, and that's Warp Wrap Keep, and we'll see you there next time. Thanks for watching.